Hey everybody, so it's Sateria with Sateria's Door Decor, and I'm super excited to be showing you guys how I make my viral luxury swag wreath. To begin, this is the base that I use. I know I've had so many people ask, what base do you use? This is called a Belgium spruce teardrop swag wreath. I mean a teardrop swag, I'm sorry. It is 36 inches long, and y'all, you can create so much stuff with this wreath. I know right now it looks a little skimpy, but once we fill it up, it will be full, and y'all will see where how it turns out. So beautiful. So to begin, I always make my wreath standing up, y'all. I cannot sit down making a wreath, especially these are really long, so I have to stand up to make them. To begin, what I do is, let me get my scissors. I'm gonna cut the tag off. And after I cut the tag off, I'm going to go ahead and just start spreading these things out. I don't know what to call them. Branches. We're going to spread those branches out so that they could be pretty much even on both sides. And then we want to keep some in the middle as well. A lot on that side. So yeah, we want to even it out a little bit. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So as y'all can see, it is wider up here and then it narrows down, which is why it's called a teardrop form. So to begin, y'all, I'm going to use some mesh. This is 10-inch mesh by 10 yards. This could be found at any store. You can go to Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, you name it. I think even Walmart sells this. So yeah, you want a good quality one. This one isn't fancy, and that's okay because we're gonna put so much stuff on it that I don't think the base of it even matters. And I've told y'all a lot that I do not really measure anything. Y'all, I'm gonna be throwing trash everywhere because that's just me. So I got my little table. I'm looking at myself to make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. This table's so small, I don't know if it's gonna be any help. I do use this bow maker right here. What I like about this bow maker is that it has like a ruler on it. So I do try to use this when I'm cutting my mesh. I'll put that one on the floor. So I'm gonna cut this thing at about, I'm gonna cut each piece at about 20 to 22 inches long. It don't really matter. Some pieces may be a little longer than the other, and that's fine. Making sure I'm still recording, y'all. This is my first time recording, and gotta make sure I'm doing it right. There's no certain amount that I try to cut. I just fill it up until it's full. It's my last piece, y'all. Y'all know I'm a craft hoarder, so I save these. Okay, so I'm gonna move that out the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I do this. So I'm gonna try to do this against my chest because it's hard for me to do it on the table to where y'all can see. So the method I use is called cruffle. So basically it's a curl and then a ruffle, right? Nothing fancy. I'm gonna do it against the wall so y'all can see. So it's already curling up, but that's the end piece, so that's why that's curling so good. I'm gonna curl it, it's curled up already, and then I'm gonna pinch it up the middle. Squish it. See, we got like a little perfect bow tie. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna start up at the very top. I'm twisting my branches. I'm twisting the mesh in my branches so that it won't go nowhere. About 3 ties is good enough. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing again. Let me open this door and move the wreath. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So I'm gonna curl it, y'all. Curl it up. And I'm gonna pinch it up the middle. And I'm gonna curl it down. And then I'm going to the other side and I'm adding this mesh in those branches, y'all. I'm tying about 3 times. I'm curling up. And you will know if it's turned up this way, you'll know it's turned the right way. If it's curling up on you, that's the way that it should be facing up. So I'm curling, scrunching up the middle, and curling again. So I'm going underneath that one. I'm more so trying to fill in the sides more than the middle. So notice that I'm going to the side of the swag. And I'm tying it again about 3 times. Okay? I'm curling it up, scrunching up the middle. And it's smart to prep ahead of time, y'all. But I want y'all to see every single thing that I'm doing live. Let's put that one right there. Again, I tied it about 3 times. Curl, scrunch, curl. Curl, scrunch, curl, y'all. And it should look like a bow tie. So I'm gonna fill this side up first, then I go back to the other side. Trying to make sure y'all got a good view. And y'all, this is so much easier to do on the table. This part is, but I'm not an expert at recording yet, so I don't know how to angle the camera on a table yet. As a matter of fact, I may be able to just point it down. Yeah, that's fine. So look, y'all, I'm curling, I'm scrunching, and I'm curling. I'm curling, scrunching, curling. This is called cruffle. Perfect bow tie. So as y'all can see, it's getting really narrow at the bottom. So you gotta, twisting them gets a little harder because the branches are really short down there. But I'm going all the way to the bottom. So I never really use this piece. I do use it, but I don't let it just stay like that. What I'm gonna do is put this same cruffle and I'm gonna turn it the long way. That's what gives it length. That's what makes it longer, y'all. So there we got it. That side is full. I'm gonna move it over a little bit and turn around and do the same thing on the other side, y'all. I'm curling, scrunching, and then I'm curling. So I'm going back to the top and I'm filling it in, y'all. Again, I'm twisting it about 3 times. I'm curling, I'm scrunching, and I'm curling. Remember, it should look like a bow tie, y'all. And this thing is full over here, so I'm making sure I'm getting over on the sides more than anything. I think I'm running out of mesh, y'all. It's about time to open up the other pack. Got 3 pieces left. Curl, scrunch, curl. And once y'all get this pattern down pat, y'all will be curling, scrunching, curling, and you'll do it so fast, you won't even think about it. Curl, scrunch, curl. Curl, scrunch, curl. Okay, let me open up another pack. I'm pulling my bow maker back out to use the ruler again. Remember, I'm cutting at about 20 to 22 inches long. And you can go longer than that if you want to. It's up to you. I don't know how many more pieces I'll need, so let's see. I'll cut too many. That's fine. I gotta put them on the floor, y'all. I don't have a lot of space. I'd rather have too many than not enough. Because if you use too much, you can always just roll it back up on this roll. That's what I love about mesh. You don't have to throw it away. Even after putting it on a Christmas tree, you do not have to throw it away. All right, y'all, so let's go back to our curl, scrunch, curl method. We're getting close to the bottom, y'all. I'm laughing at myself because I say y'all so much. I'm so country. I say y'all, 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 y'all. Hey, y'all. And then I'm going to put one more down here, y'all. It's a little space right there. So this is what we have so far. I like to bust it down the middle, y'all, so I can see what I'm working with on the sides. We're gonna bust this thing down the middle. I'm not too worried about the bottom, but put all up in here. Y'all see we got those branches. Y'all, we don't even have to put a lot of mesh in here. So we gonna curl, scrunch, curl. Wait, I don't like that piece hanging out like that. Curl, scrunch, curl. I'm gonna put one up here. Give it a little cushion for our bow when it's time for our bow, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna put anything right there. I think I'm gonna leave that open. But if we need to add to it, we can do that. That's no problem at all. So this is what we have so far, y'all. We've done the curl, scrunch, curl method that's called Cruffle. This is what it looks like before we add all of the goodies to it. All right, y'all, so now we have the fun part. I'm just showing y'all all of the stuff that we'll be using. We may not use every single piece, but the key to this part is layering. You want to use different what's the word, different textures of stuff. So you see we got the flat leaves. All of these are flat leaves. These are leaves. They're not flat. They're just, well, they can be flat. So we got red, we got white, we got silver. I got these little berry picks. They have like little, they're flocked or whatever. I have these little other picks. That's another texture. I got that in red and white. And then we got like some little flock leaves. So texture is the key. You want to have a variety of stuff, y'all. This is stuff I already had at home. I did not go out and buy this stuff yesterday. That's why I can't. This color, I'm doing this color because I was like, I gotta find something, you know, that I have enough of at home and that'll still make it full and really pretty. So yeah, y'all, the key to this is layering, making sure you got different textures, and yeah. So we're gonna get our cutting tool out and start clipping and adding. All right, y'all, so to begin, I'm gonna use red first simply because my mesh is red and I have more red than the white and silver, and I just rather be safe than sorry. So I'm gonna fill this thing up with red, and then I'll add the silver and white as needed. Whichever pick you have the least amount of, that's the one you wanna use last, so that you can just stick it here and there, you know, just to give it a little pop. So I'm gonna start with red. I'm gonna save these because I do not have a lot of these, and they have white on them, so I'm gonna save those. Okay. So let's get started, y'all. Just about everything I showed y'all is from Hobby Lobby except these. I actually found these at Walmart, and I think they were like $4 a bush. So I'm super excited about these. This will be my first time using these from Walmart. It's hard to find solid red stuff, y'all. So I just got some plain old, I don't even know what these things called. Are they called pliers, wire, something? I don't know. I'll put it in the description. So yeah, I'm just gonna snip every single one of these things off. With the stem though. Stems are very important. I love a good stem. If y'all wondering what I'm looking at, I'm looking at my phone because I can see myself on my phone, just to make sure I got a good angle and everything. And I don't measure how much I cut off or anything. I just pay attention to how I place it in the wreath. I'm gonna go ahead and cut both of the bushes. Trying to throw my trash in the dustpan right there, y'all. I think I'm gonna swap out tables. I'm gonna put this table over there because it's wider. So I'll start laying these down there. Almost finished, y'all. Again, this is stuff you can prep ahead of time. All right, let me swap out my table. This one is a little bit wider. I put my phone here so I can see myself. All right, y'all. So we got all of those clipped. This is what we're working with for our first set of pics. Got my glue gun. I'm gonna have to put some more glue in it. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of messages, y'all. Okay, so I got my glue gun. I'm just gonna put glue. I put glue on both sides of the pic, y'all. So it's my first pic. I'm starting on the right side, and I'm just gonna find somewhere to stick that red pic. And whatever I do to this side, I'm gonna do to this side. But I'm gonna work on this side first, y'all. Make sure y'all got a good angle. That's better right there. I can move around. I'm putting that glue on the top and the bottom. And I'm just finding some green, some of the branches to stick that glue goes on there really good, y'all. You don't have to worry about it coming off. And y'all, I'm freestyling this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just hope it turned out good. Gotta find a perfect it's like a spine on this thing, and if you hit it, you gotta move around until you can get past it. So since I'm going to the bottom, this stem is kind of long, so I'm gonna clip it a little bit. Making that one face down a little bit. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. We can count that one 6 because I'll make the other one go the other way. So let's go to the other side, y'all. And I'm gonna try to put them in the same exact spots as close as possible. Yeah, I use a lot of glue for these things too. That one is about right there, so I'm gonna go under that mesh. And sticking it in there. These are kind of folded up. Trying to make them flat if possible. But I honestly like the little sporadic look. I'm just lifting that mesh up a little bit, y'all, to put those pics under there. And be very careful with this hot glue, y'all. It is really hot. I burn myself every day. I'm praying I don't burn myself while I'm on this live because I don't want to say a bad word. I gotta get some more glue already. Let me get a couple glue sticks, y'all. Oh, remember I told y'all I'm getting to the bottom, so I gotta make that stem a little shorter. I'm gonna lift that up, stick it in there, and make it stick out that way. And then I'm gonna put one dead in the middle. All right, so that's what we have so far. I got a good amount of picks left in this color. I mean, this same pick, so I'm gonna go back in and just fill it in some more. I'm gonna go ahead and put some at the very top, y'all. Make sure I got enough for the top like I did the bottom. I got one straight up the middle, and I'm gonna stick the other ones going out. At an angle. I used that branch to position that pick how I wanted it to go. Y'all, I touched the hot glue just then. Put my hand dead on it. That's looking good, y'all. I think I'm gonna put a few more at the top. So maybe 2 more on each side at the top. Put one right here. Okay. I'm gonna cut that stem a little bit. Put one right here. I think when I step back, I'll be able to see. Yeah, I like that. So we got that one folded up a little bit. That's fine, y'all. This is still the first layer. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 picks left. So I'm gonna put, you gotta keep it even. So I think I'm gonna put 2 right here. Actually just put it right there. It's too long, so y'all gotta cut that pick. Some picks aren't very sturdy, and that was a pick that wasn't sturdy, so cut it down. I put that right there. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Oops. Get that baby right there in the middle. Still got some more left, y'all. Where should we put them? We're gonna put them wherever we want to put them. Maybe up here. The goal is to cover up that green, to cover up those branches from the base, y'all. You want to try to cover that up. Depending on which design, because this is red, white, and silver, I'm gonna try to cover it up. Now, if I was doing like something with the greenery look to it, I wouldn't have to try to cover it up. But this is red, white, and silver. We don't want our greenery to show it all. And that side over there looks a lot thicker. The branches are heavy on that side, but it's okay. I got 2 more, y'all, and I'm just gonna stick them anywhere. I'll put those right here. And I'm laying it under that mesh. This one is really all over the place. And the placement may not be exact, y'all, and that's fine. You just want to get it as close as possible. All right, so that's with our first layer of picks, y'all. So we're gonna move on to our second layer of picks. All right, y'all, so we're back with the silver picks. I got a good amount of these, so that's gonna be our next color. So what we're gonna do with these is use our wire cutter. So these are like layers, y'all. So it's 3 stems on each pick. So I'm gonna just take these off. I am gonna have to cut it, but right now we're just gonna take them off. I don't know how many we're gonna use yet, but we want this thing to be really full and really pretty, y'all. I'm gonna do 1 more for now. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of trimming these stems. So maybe we could do a few at a time, a couple at a time. And this stem is really skinny, so it's not hard to cut at all. Some of the last one comes on the really big stem, so this one is a little harder to cut. And I like to use these for like my top and my bottom. My top and bottom ones I'm putting on this side over here. And it'll make sense why I'm leaving some of those stems longer than the other one. Let's see if I can cut 4 at a time, y'all. May not be able to. Oh, I cut 4 at a time. We got some, these are all long ones, and we may not use all of these for the long ones, but we'll see. All right, y'all. So we got some. Dang, here go one more that need to be cut. We got the silver ones cut and they're ready to be glued and put in. So with the silver, what we're gonna do is pretty much just go in between the red. We're gonna go in between the red and fill this thing up. Move that table closer to me so we can get rolling. And I'm gonna start right here. You want to make sure you're putting these picks in the greenery. That's what's holding these picks in there, the greenery, y'all. Oh, as y'all can tell, this is already really pretty. That just made me excited because I've been really nervous about this video. I'm like, what if it don't turn out right? Then I kept praying about it, and God was like, girl, just be yourself and do what you would do if you weren't recording. So that's what I'm doing, y'all. That mesh was laying kind of funny, so I had to move it around. There we go. Oh, something else that I noticed. I noticed that this was kind of sticking up. So, y'all, the spine on this thing is really flexible, so all I got to do is bend it. And it'll face down. Y'all saw that? At first it was like shooting up, but you could just bend it, and now it's going the direction that I needed to go. So I'm gonna put another silver at the bottom, right there, y'all. And you may have to push to get it where you need it to go, but it'll slide right on in there. And I'm gonna do one smack dead in the middle. I'm lifting that red one up just a little bit. Now I'm starting on the other side, y'all. I'll go back to the top though. I'm just doing the bottom since I'm already down here. Okay. So we started about right in here. I had to bend that stem back a little bit. It was poking up. Moving this greenery under that red a little bit. Put that pick right there. Because remember, y'all, we're trying to cover up that greenery. I'll move that one in the middle. That's fine. That one is kind of in the mesh. So we're going to move that mesh back a little bit. Put that right there. And y'all remember, we're going to have bows on this thing. We're going to have jewels on here and everything. So you'll be able to cover up a lot of stuff with that. I like to find the greenery, y'all, so that my peaks can sit in it. And we get back close to the bottom. We just laying the foundation, y'all. We laying that foundation, and then we'll go back in and fix whatever we need to fix later. So far we've added the mesh, we've added some red leaves, we've added some silver leaves, and we are going to add more leaves. So I'm gonna cut, let's add our top leaves, y'all, to the very top. And the reason I wanted these longer is so they could stick up tall. Again, that's what makes these things big. I'm sticking it right, trying to stick it right dead in the middle. And it's a challenge, but I usually use my ladder to do this. All right. Find you a good angle to put it in. I'm looking for a hole in there, y'all, so I can stick it in, but that don't seem to be working. So what I'll do is just use a regular one. That stem is hard to put in with all that mesh, so I'm gonna use a regular one. And just stick it in there. And make it stand up kind of tall. And that works too. Let me cut a few more, y'all. And then I put 2 right there. And put it behind a little bit. Because we don't have to cover up the red. We're just trying to make it all blend in together. Put that silver behind because I saw a lot of greenery sticking back there. It's looking good, y'all. So y'all see we got spaces back here, and we'll just fill that in with these silver branches. Let me just do what I was doing earlier. So now we're gonna try to go behind, like from the sides, and just try to give it, add a few picks so it won't look empty on the sides. We don't have to make that full at all, but we just don't want it to look empty. So I'm just randomly putting them back there, y'all. Just put them wherever they'll go. All silver, because remember we don't have any more of the red leaves, and that's fine. What I do have left, I'm just gonna fill in the back of this thing to give it a little dip, and I'm gonna go to the other side. have to stick this. Gotta find some space between the mesh where some where the branches are. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. I'm gonna put a couple more up there. It look kinda, remember I told y'all the right side. This side looked a little thicker with the bushes. With the branches, I'm sorry, I keep saying bushes. Y'all know what I mean. You just want to cover those up, that greenery up. And then I just see a few more spots I can add some silver where I see too much greenery. Let me go ahead and cut all of those off. Y'all know what? I'ma save these silver ones for when we add our jewels. I have a few more silvers left, but I'ma save those for when I add my jewels. And y'all will see why. Alright, y'all, so this is what we have so far. And it's looking really, really, really good, y'all. I do want to add a piece of silver right there. As a matter of fact, we can add white. Let's get some white leaves. Cause I want my leaves to be my bottom layer for the most part. That's what we're using for fullness, y'all. These cost like $1.50. I think like $2.99, but you know they're half off at Hobby Lobby, so that's like $1.50. That's why I'm able to use so many of these, cause they're cheap. You get 3 pieces on each one. That should be enough for now. So I'm gonna use the white ones to fill in where I see greenery on the sides that I couldn't cover up with that red and silver. So I see a piece right there. I'm just gonna stick that white in. And y'all, that white is gonna tone this thing down a lot, because red and silver, it can clash if you use too much. That's why I like to use a little bit of white here and there to tone it down a little bit. Oh yeah, that white is looking good in there. Just a few pops of white. Cause like down here, that's a lot of red and silver to me. And so I'm gonna just add those picks in there. Just a couple. Yeah, I'm in my zone now. Y'all see how fast I'm moving? My wheels get to spinning and I cannot be stopped. I'm so excited to be teaching y'all this. I can't believe I'm doing this, y'all. I was so scared. Got that white in there. Pops of white. Remember, y'all, if you can add just pop, you can add pops of white with anything if you ask me. And then I'm gonna do pops of white up there. All right, y'all, so we added our pops of white and it is looking good. I still see a few spaces and I'm gonna say that's fine until I put those jewels on. And then I got some more picks to add to y'all. So this is what we're working with so far. I'm about to go grab a jewel, a couple jewels maybe, and show y'all how I attach them. All right, y'all, so I am back with the jewels. I decided to use clear because we got so much red, and I was like, let's just use clear. It'll just be a statement piece. It's gonna be really pretty. I know this is the question everybody's been asking. A lot of people been able to find them, but this came from Decorators Warehouse. It was $19.99, y'all. So it's a website online. It's called Decorators Warehouse, and that's where you can find these jewels at. I think I'm gonna use 2 of them today. And I'm gonna show y'all how I attach them and everything. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the tag. Clip that away. I use these chenille stems. I use chenille stems for a lot of stuff, y'all, when it comes to crafting. I'm going to take 2 chenille stems and I'm going to tie them together, the ends together. Really good. And there's a hole at the top, y'all. And I'm just going to insert that chenille stem through that hole. And I'm going to tie those things together. And I have red, but they're so flimsy. I can't even use them. I want this to be in there good, so I'm not going to use those. So, y'all, what I'm going to do is find my placement. I know my bow is going to be up here somewhere. So, I'm going to bring my jewel right there. Got to make space for your bow. Y'all know I love bows. My bows are pretty big. So, I'm going to leave all that space up there for my bow. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come down a little bit more. About right there. And that's exactly where I want my jewel to go. So, I'm going to take these 2 stems. And I'm going to find a place. I'm going to stick them through. I'm going to put my hand back here, y'all, until I can feel them. I'm going to guide them to the back. There we go. So I feel my first one and I'm pulling it through. Now I'm going to get my second one and pull it through. So I got my hand on both of those. So does it make sense now why I didn't put mesh in the middle? Because we want those jewels to sit dead in there. So I'm grabbing them from the back and I'm tightening. I don't grab it too tight because I don't want them to be placed like that. I like for mine to lay in there. So I'm not going to pull it too tight. I'm going to leave a little lag, I guess that's the word. But I'm going to get my hands and tie these things together. I'm going to keep tying. As a matter of fact, I'll turn it around so y'all can see. I'm tying, y'all, until I can't tie no more. Okay, I think that's enough. So I'm going to grab a branch, just one branch, and I'm going to twist that, those 2 chenille stems around that branch. We're going to make sure those things not going anywhere. And to be really sure, I'm going to use some hot glue. So I'm pinching that so it can't move. And I'm going to take a little hot glue and hot glue it. Okay? So that's how I attach those jewels in there. So y'all see it got some, it can move, right? So let me show y'all what I'm going to do next. Let me look from this angle, y'all. So I gotta make sure I got everything the way I want it to be. So now I'm gonna grab my glue. And usually I do this part on the table, but I don't know how to record from the table, so I'm gonna just try to do it while I'm standing up. So y'all, I use E6000 glue. This glue is very, very, very strong, y'all. And we ain't gotta worry about the jewel going anywhere. I'm gonna use some of my plastic so that I won't scrape my jewel. Cause I'm gonna have to flip it up, y'all. I'm gonna flip it up and I'm gonna put E6000 everywhere on here. All around it. Okay, then I'm gonna get some hot glue and I'm gonna put it all around. And I do this part sitting down because that glue is gonna start falling. So you might want to do this part sitting down, y'all. You can take the swag off of the door and do this part. So again, I'm gonna put it exactly where I want it to be. And I'm just gonna press it and I'm just gonna let it, I'm gonna hold this for a minute, y'all. Again, I usually do this while it's laying flat And then honestly, I'll just try to put something heavy on it, like my stapler or something, to press down on it. And I'm gonna get in front of the camera, y'all, to make sure I got that centered the way that I want it to be. And I think that's fine. I think that's perfect. That's as perfect as it's gonna get. All right, y'all. So we have our first one in there. I need to make sure my second one gonna be able to fit. It should. So again, I'm cutting the tag off. I'm grabbing my 2 Chanel stems. I hear it moving, y'all, so. I'm gonna let this thing, I'm gonna lay it down for a little minute, y'all, and let it rest, and then I'll come right back. All right, y'all, so I got that one in there. It rested for a little bit. So we're gonna move on to the next one. So I'm grabbing my second one. I'm putting that Chanel stem through it, and I'm twisting it at the back. I gotta find placement for this one. So I like to leave a little bit of space in between each one. Not a lot, but just a little bit, y'all, so I can add some picks and stuff in there. I think this is enough space for my bow. We're gonna make that enough space for the bow. So again, we're gonna take these 2, feed them through the back, and we'll find them, and we'll guide them through. Yeah, they go straight through. If you get a good Chanel stem, these came from Hobby Lobby, not out of the Christmas section. The ones in the Christmas section are horrible. They are horrible quality, and it makes sense why they're cheap. Remember, we don't want to pull them too tight because we don't want to stick it straight up. Well, at least I don't. Not for this design. Okay. So I'm going to turn it to the back again and twist them, y'all. Oh, I feel like I'm pulling it too tight. So I'm gonna twist them a lot, y'all, a whole lot. We wanna make sure they don't go anywhere. And then we're gonna find us a branch to wrap them around. I found me a branch and I'm wrapping it around it. And I'm gonna get some glue. I already need another glue stick, y'all. And I'm gonna glue it. All right, so we're gonna do the same. Okay, so y'all, I noticed, I think I added a little bit too much mesh. I don't think I need this mesh right here because it's gonna stop my jewel from sitting down. So I may have to trim that mesh a little bit, y'all. I want to pull it out. Or it may be all right, let's see. I think it'll be all right, y'all. Yeah, we may be all right. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my little piece of plastic because I don't want to scuff up my jewels. I'm gonna flip it. I'm adding my E6000 all around the bottom of that thing, y'all. In the middle, on the sides. And then I'm getting my hot glue and I'm doing the same thing. Gotta use my mouth to push it. Y'all see that glue dripping? You gotta be careful. This is why I do this part sitting down. Alright, y'all, we're putting it right there. And again, I'm gonna hold it, press down on it. And these acrylics are pretty tough, y'all. They're not weak. I haven't broke one yet, so. Y'all, it's so pretty already. And we still got a way to go. I'm gonna take this off. And I'm gonna sit it down so that it can rest a little bit. This table not long enough. Well, it may be long enough. So I'm gonna pause the camera, y'all, and let it rest. All right, y'all, so I'm back. I got both jewels attached, and we're gonna move on to the next step. So remember I told y'all that I was gonna save some of those silver picks. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting my white ones off the stems. I got the silver one sitting over here on the side, but we're gonna mix them up. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is, remember I told you I wanted a little space right here. I'm gonna use picks under those jewels. So with my first one, I'm gonna add that silver on both sides. And I'm gonna try to do the same thing to the bottom jewel as well. And then y'all, I'm bending that stem so that it could poke out a little bit, have a little dimension to it. It's not just laying flat, it's gonna be lifted up a little bit. But I don't bend it until I put it under there and see exactly how I want it to go. So I bent that one back a little bit too. All right, y'all, how many silvers I got left? I got 4 silvers left. Where do I want to put them? I think I'm gonna put one. Let's see. We're gonna put them in the corners of the jewel at the top. Let me put that in a branch. There, I didn't really feel a branch back there, but I gotta find one. I see one right here. So we're putting this silver one right there. Y'all hear my dog? Putting one right there. I'm gonna bend it just a little bit, y'all. And then I'm doing the same thing to the bottom one. Oh, I only got one more silver pick, so I'm gonna have to switch up something. It's okay. I'm gonna just put it directly under that bottom one. Pretty sure I got some silver picks somewhere around here, but we'll be all right. I'm putting it right under that bottom one. We're gonna move on to the white picks because we do have a lot of those, well, a good amount of those left. And we're gonna put the white ones beside the silver ones. I'm gonna go up that way. Do the same thing to the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing to the bottom. I'm gonna put that white down here. Since I didn't have silver to put down there, I put the white in those corners. And remember, y'all, we are still just using our leaves, the leaf picks. We still got other layers to add. I'm gonna put a white one up here because I don't like how this piece is just standing up. This piece of mesh. I'm gonna try to tuck it behind that jewel a little bit, but I'm gonna use this stem to make that happen. I'm gonna try to anyway. If I need to cut it, I will. I don't want to cover my jewel up. Okay. And then we are going to, that's still bothering me a little bit. Smash it. I'm trying to smash it. Then I'll put my last white at the bottom. And again, you could place these things however you want to place them. I'm just freestyling and just doing whatever I think looks right to me. And you just do whatever looks right to you. Y'all, I'm very tempted to cut this. I think I'm gonna trim it. That's bothering me. And I ain't gotta cut the whole thing, just the part that's bothering me. There we go. That was bothering me, y'all. Now, that looks a lot better. I'm gonna trim the bottom piece too. Because I think this was the piece that was bothering me the most. And then they both started bothering me. Okay, there we go. So let's grab another pick, y'all. What do we want to use next? I think I want to go in with the flock. The flock looking pick. I do not have many of these, y'all. So we're gonna spread them out and just see what they look like in there. Cut this down a little bit. Oh, I think I like the flock. Do I like the flock, or is this too dressy for the flock? I think I want to add the flock because we got flock on those on this pick, remember, y'all. So I think I'm going to add the flock. We don't have to add a lot of it, just a little bit here and there. We ain't got a lot to add anyway. And I'm adding more toward the back. So I see a space right here. I want to add it too. Oh yeah, that gives it some dimension. I like that. And then actually there's space on the opposite side. I'm gonna add it right on in there, y'all. I like that. We're gonna add some more of these. And remember, I'm putting these toward the back. I love pops of white. Toward the back, y'all. Got a few more. I'm gonna add these towards the bottom at the back. Maybe right in here. And I noticed some of them look a little different. I think I grabbed two styles. For the most part, they look alike, but they look a little bit different. Like this one has a lot more flock on it than this one. Where am I putting that one? I'm gonna put it right in here. And then I put a couple at the top. Maybe 3 at the top, because I got 3 left. We want those stems to be a little bit longer than the other ones, because everything else up here is a little longer. Oh, I'm adding them to the back, remember y'all, not to the front. Those stems are just a little bit longer. I had a piece of green up there that needs to be covered up, and that covered it up perfectly. And this one going smack dead in the middle. Putting it behind that white one. Okay, I like that, y'all. So now we're gonna add, I think I'm ready to add these. And y'all, these break up too. I think these cost $4.99, so about $2.50 a piece. Everything pretty much breaks up into 3s that I purchased. I think this is gonna set it off, y'all. I definitely need a new wire cutter, but haven't made time to get one yet. All right, y'all, so we're gonna add these in there. I'm gonna add them in the empty spaces, but I am gonna add them toward the front of the, see, it's an empty space right here, so I'm gonna go in and fill that in where that empty space is. Oh, y'all, those are so pretty. And remember, I gotta try to do the same thing to the other side. Filling in empty spaces, y'all. I see an empty space right here. I'm adding it there. Remember, we trying to poke them in those branches, y'all. And I may have to put one on top of it. I'm trying to separate some of the red and silver, some of those, these picks at the bottom, so I'm gonna come in right here. And do the same thing to the other side. I'm trying to find one with a better stem on it. Then we're gonna put a few up there. I didn't cut that one good, y'all. I got one more branch that's on the stem, so I'm gonna cut these 3 better. There we go. We needed a stem for the top, y'all. Y'all know we gotta do one smack dead in the middle. The stems on these are not sturdy. And it's a thing that I've been wanting to purchase. It's called like a stem, something stem. You can add a stem to stuff. I need to look into that. Yeah, I see some more spaces I want to add these to, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and add my bows. My bows are already made. I just want to remind y'all that I have a bow tutorial on my website. It's called, it says something about a bow. And you can learn exactly how I made these. This is my signature bow. Again, I have a bow tutorial on my website if y'all want to learn. So we're going to add this bow to the top up there and at the bottom. I may have to trim it for the bottom because I feel like I made them really big. I'm trying to see which one. But this one looks bigger than this one. So this one go at the top. Y'all, I use Chanel stems on these because, again, I got to feed it through the back to attach them. You may have your own signature bow that you like to do. Your bow don't have to look like mine. You could buy a bow. I know Hobby Lobby sells bows already made, and they're pretty. This is kind of thick up here, so I'm struggling to add that bow, to feed that bow through. Oh, y'all, this is so pretty. And I was praying when I was making this bow, I'm like, Lord, please let this all tie in, and it's tying in. So I got them through. And I'm gonna twist them the same way I did those jewels. I'm twisting it till I can't twist it no more. And then I'll add the glue to that later. Oh my goodness, y'all. Gotta fluff that bow out. So that's the top bow. And now we gotta add the bottom bow. I feel like the bottom bow is really big. Maybe too big. But we'll figure it out. Feeding it through. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. I'm tying it up, y'all. I finally found it. Whew, that hurt my back. And I may have to trim it a little bit. Because this bottom bow is pretty big. Or we may not have to. I think that is beautiful. Something I do see that I don't like is that it's not long anymore because of my bow, but I'll add some picks to that to extend it even more. So we got our bows on here, and now we can really fill in. Since these are my favorites, I really want to save them for last, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and use them. I want to put one smack dead in the middle under that bow. I actually think I'm gonna use two under the bow. And then I'm gonna go under the other jewel and add some. I really really wish I would have bought more of these because I love them that much. But I'll go buy me some more. And again, I'm trying not to cover up the jewel. So I'm not going to add that dead in the middle because it'll cover it up, but I am going to add it to the side of it. Y'all, I only got 2 more pieces left. I don't know where I want to use them at. I'm going to use some up here. Yep, I'm going to use one right here. And I'm going to use one on the other side. And this stem sucks. So I may have to lay this one flat on the other stems. I think I'm going to have to do that. Yep. And just hold it for a while. All right, y'all. So we got a few more picks that we can use. I got some white little berry things. Oh, y'all, I found 2 more little leaves. So I think I'm going to add these long leaves to the bottom. And we're almost done. Yep, these are perfect for the bottom. It's going to add a little bit more length down there under that bow. Because that bow was over the top big. I didn't know it was that big. I didn't realize it was that big. So I'm just sticking it straight up the middle of the spine of that thing. And I'm going to put the other one right on top of it. Maybe point it in another direction just a little bit. Just like that, y'all. Now I'm going to use a berry. I got a berry pick. It was already trimmed. And I'm going to add that to the bottom as well. So I got silver red, and now my white will be right under there. Just a little bit, not a lot. And I think that is perfect. So y'all, we're going to cut these things off and add them wherever we need to, and we'll be done. Oh, this one is hard to cut. Let me cut some reds. And I think these cost, I think they cost maybe $2.99. So that'll be $1.50 each. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go in with these little things. So y'all see we have a lot of silver right here. I wanna separate some of this silver. So I'm gonna add some red and maybe some white. I saw a green piece, so I'm putting that silver on top of that green. I'm putting that red on top of that green, sorry. I'm just trying to hide that green, y'all. This is perfect for hiding that green, especially red. I had a lot of silver right there, so I'm separating it and adding that red. Wherever I see green in, that's where I'm putting these, y'all. I didn't put that in there far enough. There we go. Sit it back in there. I'm going to actually trim one of those down and make one stick straight from under this silver. And I probably should put white down there, but I don't know. It'll be all right. And we'll straighten that bow up at the end. Let me add some more red. Y'all, this is beautiful. And I'm sure I'll throw some white in between that. But right now we're just adding red. I see more greenery back here. So I'm adding red again. Cover that up. You want to be sure not to get any glue on your jewels, y'all. Okay, so let's add some of the white. I got a few whites right here. I see a good amount of mesh showing right there, so I want to cover that mesh up. So I'm putting that white one right there. I'm adding some white to break up that silver and red here. Time for another glue stick, y'all. Glitter getting in my eyes. That's why I'm wiping my eyes. Keep wiping my eyes like that. I want to break up some silver and red on that bottom jewel. Right there. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Put that one right under there. I'm gonna put some white right here. Oops, y'all, touched the glue again. Y'all, I think this thing is beautiful. I'm gonna take a little, I keep Windex out here, y'all, so I can wipe my jewels down after I finish with them, because I have so much glitter when I finish. But I'm about to trim this bow. Guess I'll do. It's kind of long right here, so I'm gonna trim that down. Again, if you are in love with this bow, then you definitely need to purchase my bow tutorial. Y'all, it's so easy. I think it's like I don't even think the video 9 minutes long. Just keep practicing and your bow will be really good. I'll finish dovetailing it a little off camera, but this is the final wreath, I believe. And if you're anything like me, you'll be adding stuff to this thing all day long. But no, I'm gonna try to keep it just like this. I just saw something that I didn't like. I want to cover that up, so I added that right there. Sometimes I go take a picture with the wreath and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Let me go fix something right quick. And because I don't see it until I see it in the picture. I see some green right here, y'all, that I don't like. So I'm covering it up with some red. I don't have many more pieces, y'all. I'm gonna add a piece right here. It look a little empty right there to me. And I think that's it. This is the final wreath, y'all. I really hope y'all enjoyed learning how to make my luxury jewelry. And I hope y'all are ready to get started on working. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.